Yeah, we're good to go. A couple minutes late, but sorry, had to brush off all this.
Hey,
Had to brush off all the sawdust. Been working on stuff, so
I'm not completely hidden by the graphic for once. Look at that.
I know. Look at that.
Y'all can see me.
And
I'm sorry.
and yeah, but at least we're not going loony tonight. So
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get started.
And now, on with the show.
Time for bladder check.
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 Check. Wait. Screw it.
I'm holding it.
Brown Squadron.
Podcasting, the final audio frontier. These are the legends of Brown Squadron.
Our computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
The ongoing mission? To explore the Star Wars universe and other nerd culture topics. To seek new content and new cantinas, bars, and lounges. To boldly annoy Scruffy by making too many bad jokes. Welcome to the Hyperspace Heroes Podcast.
All right, and welcome to Hyperspace Heroes episode 142 or 167 on the Spotchka scale. Sorry for the late night, or we were a couple minutes late, but no big deal. All wings report in.
Round 4.
Round-
We're missing somebody.
We are. Somebody's gone a little loony again tonight. So he is,
I was listening to the intro, and part of our job is to annoy Scruffy with jokes. And
that's so funny because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, we're gonna fail on our mission tonight because, but we could do a bunch of bad jokes, and when he listens to the replay, that'll accomplish the mission. So.
We'll annoy him enough that he'll mention it next week. So yeah,
right?
Bring it on.
He'll be oakley dokley with all of that. He's gonna hate me for that. Welcome. It is the end of July, last day of July 2025. Isn't that crazy?
Man.
So, and astute viewers may notice that last week we had episode 140, and this week it's 142. And so if you follow us on social, I dropped an audio-only episode a couple days ago. I had the pleasure of recording with, first off, today is day one of Gen Con down in Indianapolis. And talk about a nerd fest. And we have, I think, we had 2. Now we have 3 honorary Brown Squadron members down there. I do believe all with booths, all working the show. So you definitely want to go check them out. You've got... Brian Young, who we've had on the show a couple times, and author, podcaster, extraordinaire, full of Sith. Still love that podcast name. And he is going to be down there, I believe. So let me bring up our official numbering system. Whoa, what happened to my screen here? And you know what? Just so everybody, let's share this with everybody. We are getting up there. We're up in the 80s now for Brown Squadron members. And if you can believe that. Wow. So here's my nerd sheet. And so as far as I'm aware, we have, let's see, where's Brian? Here he is. Brian Young. He is Brown 54, Carnelian, because his name goes back to, he writes a lot of Battletech, and they have mechs on that planet in the Star Wars universe. We also have one of our OGs, Seppi himself is down there for Fighting a Box, promoting his business. And
Seppi's there and we're not.
I know, right?
Oh,
Brown 22, Double Deuce. How could we forget that number?
double deuce.
Double Deuce, Brown Double Deuce. Creel, call sign Creel. He is down promoting his stuff, Fighting a Box. And our newest honorary member, author Margaret Weiss, and she is Brown 83 and call sign of Crate, which all Star Wars fans know what Crate is from. If you don't, I don't know how to help you. But yeah, named after the Crate Dragon. And the reason she got that call sign was because she is one of the co-authors of the Dragonlance novels, which is huge series of books in the D&D world. So any D&D nerds out there most likely have heard of Dragonlance. It's probably, up there tied with the Forgotten Realms, Dritz Duro Durden, for those that know him. But yeah, she was super great. I read a ton of her stuff when I was in high school 30 years ago. And
You're aging yourself.
we did an old school phone interview, and because that's what she wanted to do, and I'm gonna do what the guests would like to do. And I had to reverse technology. We've gotten so used to doing this, and today in 2025, it's so easy just to get on the internet and do things. And I was freaking out all week trying to figure out how am I going to do a phone interview and record it directly to the computer. I knew I could do it on the phone with iPhones now, but I didn't know what the sound quality was going to be. And I wanted, streamline the process, because then I had to go old school and edit the whole thing, because it's an audio only episode. You can find it on iPhones, Apple, Spotify, all the pod sources. So with the help of Ro from Scarif Scuttlebutt and Brownie One, they kind of coached me through some things. Ro had recommended getting an audio mixer, which I don't have, and I ordered one. And from the great evil empire, shall we say, of box stores, and they said they could have it here next day, which would have been the day before the interview. We interviewed on Sunday, and it would have been here Saturday. And lo and behold, don't you know, I got a message from them on Saturday morning saying, so sorry, it's been delayed to Monday.
Of course.
Yeah. So for Collection Corner, I have an unopened audio mixer here.
Well, there we go.
So Brownie One, we did some more research. He helped me test some things Sunday morning, and we ended up feeding it right from the iPhone into the computer using QuickTime. Only lost audio twice, so we had a little bit of Chris Kempshall action going on there, and so I had to nip and tuck the interview a little bit. But for me, it was a great interview. I had a lot of fun. She reached out afterwards and emailed and said that she had a great time. But here's the kicker: she wants to come back on because she loves Andor and wants to talk.
Oh, let's talk Andor.
Right. So Margaret Weiss, great Dungeons and Dragons author, is a big fan of Andor. We talked about Denise Goff real quick because she's coming to ICCC. But yeah, if you're at Gen Con this weekend, definitely check out Brian Young, Margaret Weiss, and Seppi. Make sure you check out all of their booths and have some fun down there. All three of them are a ton of fun. Definitely go see them. And then somebody else that's going down to Gen Con, who is going to be a future guest, we just actually DM'd today and talked. We're gonna feature one of the Excalibur Con guests that are gonna come up. That's going to Excalibur Con at the middle of August. Elle Firespray. So we've got her before on the show. She paints miniatures and does other things, but we're gonna get her on the show. She's excited. We're excited to have her. So she's gonna check her schedule, and I don't know if it'll be before or after Gen Con, but we'll get her on. So.
Oh, that's exciting. Her work is so amazing.
It is.
And as a complete amateur diorama person, I'm just in awe.
Yeah. So, so that's some quick news of stuff that's been going on. Check out that audio only episode 141 with Margaret Weiss. It is a lot of fun. You get to hear me be very giddy because I'm getting to talk to somebody. It's kind of like when the guys talk to Swearingen. Because he had a he had a big impact on their childhood. She had a big impact on my high school years, my early college years. And as I told her, and I said in the interview a couple times, her characters live rent free in my brain and have done so for 30 years. And it was just a great experience overall. Even scrambling to figure out the technology, I had a blast, and it was a lot of fun. So
that's so cool. I have not listened to the episode, unfortunately, but you know what's crazy? I know.
I will say, I will warn everybody. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. There is one spoiler for one of the more recent series that she and Tracy have written. And I should talk about that too, being co-authors. It's kind of cool, but there is a spoiler. We talk about one of her more recent series. She also announced the title of a new series that they're working on. She co-writes a lot of the stuff, and she announced on the episode, her new series that's going to be coming out next year. So that was kind of cool. We got a little bit of an exclusive on that one. So
we should really be at Gen Con to meet all these people in person. I know Seppi from way back. Yeah. I want to meet this guy in person because
I don't know if you guys can handle him in person. He is, Seppi is Seppi has always been and will continue to be. I do define as a force of nature. He is a.
He's nuts. I love him.
Yeah, he is a ton of fun, and
for the same reason we can't go to Excalibur Con, we can't get down to Gen Con. It's within a day's drive, but that's a day away from work that we can't afford in the summertime.
Not right now. Yeah, absolutely. So,
the amazing thing is, in the last week or 10 days, and we've been talking a lot about Margaret Weiss, all of a sudden, stuff is coming through my social media feeds. Don't tell me our phones aren't listening, because I have never typed her name into my phone. And she is coming through my feed hot and heavy right now. So
that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
The one thing I didn't see was Hyperspace Heroes interviews Margaret Weiss. So what's going on there? Why are we not in the algorithm?
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. So come on, D&D Twitter. You need to pick it up and help us get in the Twitter. And who knows? Maybe we'll get a chance to interview. I wouldn't mind interviewing Ari Salvatore and Tracy Hickman. That would be a blast as well.
Yeah.
Because those guys are Tracy. So you know how we've always interviewed solo authors. Brian, Hugh Howey, a few others, and we've always talked to them. And one of the questions I always ask is, about their writing style. Are they a discipline where they force themselves to write every day, or are they a passion writer where they wait to get struck by motivation and then write like crazy? And we've never talked to a co-author, and most of her stuff is co-authored, and it was an interesting dynamic. Come to find out that so she actually does the majority of the writing, if not all of it, and he is more the source guide to everything, because in their relationship, how it started back in the early 80s, they both started working for TSR, which was at the time the company that owned Dungeons and Dragons. And he got hired as a game designer, and she got brought in as an editor. And I believe it was an editor. And so they were putting out, he and his wife, Tracy and his wife, had come up with the concept of Dragonlance and with some of the characters. And then they started to flesh it out a little bit more. And they were basically D&D, is role playing. And they make their money by selling source guides and additional materials to play the game and this and that. And so that's how Dragonlance had started. But they wanted to write they wanted to write some accompanying novels to basically Clone Wars the realm, give it more breadth, more depth. And they had researched, they kept trying to hire external authors. They didn't have a lot of money to spend. They finally got an author. He wrote like 5 chapters. It focused all on one of the cast of characters. And with Dragonlance, think of it as blue collar workers Lord of the Rings. In that, and she kind of described it as the characters are based off your blue collar average people, right? And but I call it the Lord of the Rings because it's an epic saga, cast of characters, save the world. They didn't start off being heroes, but they're put into the position and they rise to the occasion. And there's epic, there's elves and dwarves and goblins and dragons and all sorts of things. And they lost my track of what I was going to say, but this author really didn't produce much. So then, and they had a tight deadline of 6 months, and the one author wasted about half of that time. And so then Tracy and Margaret went off for a weekend, and or no, he'd only written like 3 chapters or a chapter or something like that. And they knocked out in a weekend. They were like, well, let's knock out, and they knocked out 5 chapters, wrote like crazy, and came back, presented it to their boss. And the only reason their boss read it was as a favor to them, because she thought it was going to suck, and read it. And it was the most magnificent thing she'd ever read. They fired the other author, and Margaret and Tracy just went on to greatness from there.
And here we are 40 years later.
And here we are 40 years later.
Wow.
And it's a great story. It's so much fun. And it was a joy to talk to her. And, can't wait to talk to her again and have her back on, because she's a lot of fun. And
so she's got her own hero's journey.
She does
in creating these novels.
She does. And we talked about her. Did she always want to be an author? The kind of the questions we normally ask. And we didn't even touch on Star Wars. She brought up Andor at the end, and I was like, she was having, and she doesn't do a lot of podcasts. I don't believe she does a lot of podcasts. And she and she only does 2 cons a year, and Gen Con and Gary Con. And it was a joy. So anyway, we've pretty much talked about most of the interview, but hey, Max Reba, welcome to the show,
Max.
Also tonight in the chats, and it's an AMA session, so you can ask, or AUA, ask us anything. So by all means, chat, go ahead and ask us stuff. But now that we've talked about D&D for the first 17 minutes of the show,
that's okay. We are not exclusively Star Wars. It's kind of like when sci-fi went to sci-fi. We'll do anything.
That's true.
Or to quote, Big Bang Theory, it's sci-fi now, not sci-fi.
Yes. And it's funny. I was just listening to one of the most recent episodes of the Katie Sackhoff show, and they talked about that, the change from sci-fi to sci-fi, and it was I forget who the guest was. It was she's had some banger of guests on recently, so she's really been racking it up there. But
since Scruffy knows her,
it's Alan Tudyk.
And you know what? He had a birthday this week.
And guess who did get their picture? I saw from San Diego Comic-Con. Owen from Sci Fiction did get his picture, so it does look like they talked it to Alan Tudyk. So that was pretty cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now maybe Katie can send some of her guests our way. Since she recognized Scruffy, maybe she can recognize Scruffy's podcast. Could use some awesome guests. We've got Max Rebo.
Yeah, we do have Max Rebo. Did she have Scruffy yet? No, she has not had Scruffy yet. Well, she may have, but she records so far in advance, and there's NDAs, and so we wouldn't be able to say anything anyway. But
you wonder where Scruffy really is tonight?
Oh, that could be.
He could be recording with her, and
could be.
Who definitely go loony.
You know who her guest was last week?
Do tell.
George Takei.
No.
Yes,
I love George.
This week it's Steve Guttenberg.
That's interesting.
3 Mandos and a Grogu.
Has she ever interviewed Dirk Benedict?
I don't think so. Not yet. No.
That would be spectacular.
She has been going for. She has had quite a few of her BSG crew on. She's talked to a lot of them, and Max Rebo waiting for the 1000th episode. Probably. Yeah, that's probably what she's doing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Scruffy on the 1,000th episode for sure. Max Rebo, and then live long. Where's my
we can do this. Scruffy's not here.
I gotta.
I can do it with
two. Oh, you can do it with the opposite hand too.
Nanu. Oh wait,
right.
Somewhere I have a Mork from Work action figure. I'm gonna have to show it during collection corner. Don't ask, but I have a Mork from Work action figure with the space egg.
Suck it.
There we go. So
I happened to be, have some Big Bang on in the background the other day, and that episode was on, and I immediately thought of Scruffy.
Right?
I'm always thinking of Scruffy. I mean, I'm kind of sad he's not here.
Yeah, it is kind of sad he's not here.
He's that friend that makes us laugh and laugh, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the meme he sent us the other day? We're
no one
sad
to do
when he's not here.
Yeah, no one to do a Mountain Dew Zero commercial on the show to get our sponsorship going.
Right.
Well,
you know what? Here, I'll show off my Excalibur Con button.
Oh, nice! Woohoo!
We may not sponsor them, but we're going to give them a shout out. Whoop.
So, somebody posted today that we are exactly 90 days from Visions Volume 3.
Excellent.
Yes, and before that will be Lego Rebuild the Galaxy 2. So that's pretty dope. And one of the authors was at the Lego booth, I think, and had why am I blanking on the voice of Ahsoka? Ashley Eckstein at their booth for San Diego Comic-Con doing autographs. So that's pretty cool.
Tell you, she was superb. We met her at ICCC the first time we went down.
Mm-hmm.
She's very fan friendly.
Super fan friendly.
But yeah, I'm stoked about Rebuild the Galaxy 2. The first one was amazing.
Oh, it's great. Just totally great.
And Visions, have you ordered the Visions X-Wing, the Micro Galaxy Squadron X-Wing from Visions?
No, I have not. I'm trying to pull back after all the trips I've been taking and everything. And the purchasing of audio mixers that I didn't use. So, yeah. And it's summertime, so we're doing a bunch of projects. Plus, I had to buy the airline tickets today for our next vacation with Mrs. Brown Leader. So,
and you're going to reveal that location?
We're going down to the Florida Keys.
Oh, excellent!
Yeah, in September for her birthday. So we're gonna
excellent.
Yep, and actually somehow Brownie 1 has returned and is tagging along on the trip. So
what?
Yeah, so we're gonna have Brownie 1 with us. No, it'll be fun. It'll be a ton of fun.
Brownie 1's a hoot.
It's a birthday trip for her, and we're gonna be actually staying in Marathon, which is one of the islands down near the end of the chain. We're going to fly into Key West, so that's pretty cool. Max Rebo Experience question: what is your favorite scene in Disney Star Wars? Ooh, oh, I know that one myself. Movie or TV or both? Because there is a difference. Jeremiah Long, I can do the Mountain Dew Zero commercial. I think almost as much as he does. Probably pretty true. Pretty true. And then Visions X-Wing is always sold out when on Amazon. Yeah,
I found that out too, Max Rebo.
I spent all
my money not that I, do anything with Micro Galaxy Squadron.
And that X-Wing is nice, but I've got the Ronin, and to me, that's that Visions Ronin they came out with at Celebration, and that is to me the best Visions thing they've come out with.
Do you have a second one to keep it boxed and one to display?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, they have started coming down in price, so maybe no, not yet. So question: what is your favorite scene in Disney Star Wars?
Man, that is a hard question.
I know mine right away, so I'm good there. If it's streaming series, it is the scene where Din is facing off against the Mudhorn and has gotten all beat up and is facing him with the vibro knife, and Grogu does his thing, reveals the Force for the first time. That to me is my favorite scene in Disney Star Wars. It's my favorite scene in the series. And okay, here we go. So Max is saying Disney Plus. So yeah, there's Disney your answer. Plus. there's your answer for me. It is the Mudhorn scene. It's why I have the Mudhorn symbol on my car. My call sign is Mudhorn. So yeah. DB, what about you?
My brain has been twirling with this question because so many people hate on Disney Plus, and I think they put out some really quality work. Even the stuff that is not critically acclaimed, I have enjoyed. I enjoyed The Acolyte. It was a different style. It was a different production. But I cannot think of the actor's name who played the main Jedi in that.
Saul.
But I can't think of the actor's name. He was from Squid Game.
Yes.
I thought he was absolutely amazing in his portrayal of that character. But if you have to, if I have to pick a favorite scene, this is how vanilla I am. It's got to be the end of season 2 of Mando.
Yeah.
Because since I was 7 years old, Luke Skywalker has been my hero, and we've waited and waited and waited for Luke to come back.
Yeah, and I can totally, I can see why that would be, and it's a lot of people's favorite for sure. And I think that it hits a lot of people emotionally in that scene because of what you just said. We've been waiting since we were 7 years old to see badass OP Luke, as they call him, and for overpowered, for those of you that aren't in the current slang. But and it's the emotion that a lot of people feel for that scene, which is what I feel for the Mudhorn scene.
Yeah.
I still get I get verklempt with that scene, because for me, I spent a lot of my early years, again, going back to when I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. It was me and my dad, and it was just, we were traveling around the country doing our thing, kind of some similarities there. And although I didn't have the Force, but
still working on that, right?
Yeah, he was a pilot, and we did fly together. And he let me go in the back of the plane to fix things. So,
but that emotional connection, that was the first time Grogu did anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first spark of, oh, this kid really has something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a connection. There is that father-son bond.
Oh, yeah.
You have to put yourself in the context of seeing that for the first time. Just like my Luke Skywalker scene. I remember watching that, and they said, "Here comes an X-wing," and I go, "No, they're not going to do that. They're not."
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe they are going to do that.
Maybe, yep.
And I was one of those that jumped out of my chair, pumping my fist the whole time, going, "Yeah, this is what." And the parallels between that and the Vader scene at the end of Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
One doing pure evil and one doing pure good, doing the same things, to me was astounding. And I'm trying to put the Mudhorn scene in context. Was that before or after the Jawas?
That was the same episode.
Was that the same episode? That was the end of that episode.
Yeah, because he had to go get the giant. He had to go get the giant Cadbury egg for the Jawas, and sugar, I think they called it.
And that that was the first time we've seen the Jawas really do anything other than sell some defective droids to the Lars family.
And it was and if you recall, it was a different species because they had red eyes.
Yes,
and even blacker, like, shadow effect on their faces. But we do know they were furry for sure. So Max Revo. Mine is either when the NRX New Republic X-Wings show up in Mando Season 1, Episode 7. Yes, very good. Or when Wim saves KB's life.
That's a great scene.
Both great scenes.
Yes.
And I would say you'd probably have to go with when Wim saves KB's life. Otherwise, Delphi Rangers might get mad at you for liking when the X-Wings show up. Just saying.
Seriously, that scene is so powerful, and these kids pulled it off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Skeleton Crew is so underrated. You know, adults that just want adult Star Wars content hated it. I think it knew what it was. Oh, speaking of which, you know that less expensive toy line, like the ones for the troopers I just got you?
I love that line.
They're coming out with a Captain Brutus
Are they?
figure. Yeah, I saw that on Star Wars Toy Collector.
Might have to get Brutus and get Smee as well.
There it is. Sugar.
So what was the season 1 episode 7? Was that the prison barge episode? Kind of the horror episode?
Or was it the Ice Planet with Frog Lady? No, because that was season 2, wasn't it? Yeah, that was season 2. That was season 2. So yeah, it must have been the prison barge where they had where after they you had Trapper Wolf, you had the 3 directors in the at the end of the episode.
That was excellent.
And then Max Rebo, I agree about Skeleton Crew. My 12-year-olds loved it. Yeah, and we needed something. And you know, that's the thing. Everybody talks about. You know, everybody's raving about Andor, obviously, because it's the mature and gritty Star Wars that we've always wanted. And but I think the universe is big enough that we can have shows of different caliber for different audiences. And like you just said, Max Rebo, your 12-year-olds loved it. And because it was really designed for them. So yeah, us childless older nerd fans that maybe either didn't have kids or they're so far gone we don't remember what it was like. Yeah, maybe didn't like Skeleton and Crew as much. I enjoyed it. I appreciated it for what it was worth. It was Goonies in space.
It had the same whimsy that A New Hope had when it first came out, when it was the only thing.
Yeah. I think we talked about it. I think I mentioned it when we talked about it when the show aired. If Skeleton Crew is what Lucas would have made if he had the technology when he did Ewoks. Yeah, without a doubt. And then Max Rebo says, DB, you're right. So yeah, prison barge episode.
Can I screenshot that? DB is right. I want to show A, Scruffy, and B, Mrs. DB.
I gotta put it. And
of course, Mrs. DB would be like, who the hell's DB?
Right? Yeah. Oh, I know. Every time somebody says something about, I'll get a piece of mail that says Brown Leader, and Mrs. Brown Leader's like, what is this? And I'm like, it's just show stuff, dear. Just show stuff.
Yeah, it's funny because you guys are calling me DB at work, and those initials are nowhere near my real initials, and I still answer.
Yep. It's taken over. For sure. Let's see. Send this to Scruffy. Yeah, there we go. But yeah,
I'll be right back. I'm about to have technical difficulties if I don't plug my computer in.
Okay. So I think that I think one of the things that about that's weird. He plugs his computer in, and I'm starting to have computer issues. Anyway, the Star Wars. I was starting to say the point I was starting to make was. The Star Wars universe is big enough that we can have stories of different types, calibers, and we don't have to fragment the fandom as much as it gets. You know, we have a lot of friends that are the Mando, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka style, where it is just fun, right? Fun Star Wars. You've got the Andor. We've got friends that are primarily Andor is their jam. So, and you're still on mute, DB. We've still got and
no wonder you can't hear my thoughts. Wait,
right? And then we've got a few, not as many friends that are Acolyte focused, but you know, the universe. I was just telling everybody, DB, that the universe is big enough to have stories of different types and different storytelling methods. And when I look at something like that, I try to watch it for the context that it is. So Andor is what it is. Skeleton Crew is what it is. Acolyte is what it is. And then you got the main, what I would kind of call your Favloni shows, right? Which I saw a couple weeks ago that just before, in May of next year, just before the movie comes out, Mando and Grogu, they are coming out finally with the Mando visual guide.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. So, and it's going to encompass all 3 seasons, which means we get pictures of Jack Black and Lizzo.
And Lizzo, yes.
I enjoyed that episode. But yeah, I told Brownie one, when I saw the post, I sent it to him. I'm like, cough, cough. If you kids want to chip in and make this my birthday present, I'm not going to complain. So, but it was funny because he was like, okay, I'll set that up, but I need to get a copy for myself. And I was kind of surprised to hear that out of Brownie one, but because he's not really a collector, but keep taking him we keep taking him to ICCC, and
it was fun to see the convention through his eyes this year. Somebody their first time.
Right on, absolutely. It was a ton of fun. So without Scruffy here,
we can go into Trek Talk.
We can go into Trek Talk, actually.
No.
Starfleet Academy is the new thing.
Yeah,
coming. And I think Strange New Worlds season 3 is going on right now, or just dropped or something. Still loving what's his name? Anson? Is it the
Anson Mount?
Yeah, Anson Mount. Still loving the hair. In fact, I saw a little video. They did some social media push about his hair.
I saw that there was an article about his hair,
and I got to go back and find it and send it to Scruffy just because I know it.
You know what? Those of us that are Picard fans, we get a pamphlet about the hair, okay?
Yeah, I need to renew my Paramount Plus because I do want to watch seasons 2 and 3 of that, and they're going to do, I think, one more season and call it good on Stranger New Things. That's coming out too.
There's a crossover if I've ever heard one.
The next season of Stranger Things is coming out this fall too. So
I watched the first episode of that, and Mrs. DB was not interested, so I've never gone back and finished.
Really? Linda Hamilton's going to be on this.
Yeah, I saw that.
Season.
I haven't got to Strange New Worlds either because I'm struggling with Discovery so much.
Yeah. Max Rebo experience. Sadly, Max Rebo is only in Book of Boba Fett. True.
And we need to change that.
We definitely need to do that.
I want to know what Max and Garza are up to.
And unboxing.
Hey, unboxing.
Hello. Happening? Welcome to the show. So it's an AMA night unboxing. So if you got any questions for us, I definitely throw those out. And I am checking my Target app really quick because I had a message, speaking of unboxing, that something might get delivered today. And it says delivered. So unboxing, for those that don't know, unboxing was one of our Black Series winners, and he chose the ISB Special Forces, and according to my Target app, it got delivered today. So hope you got that. Hope you've had a chance. Hope I didn't spoil a surprise or anything. Yeah. Oh, actually, here's the comment. By the way, I wanted you to know I received the ISB agent figure. It'll be featured in my next video. Yes. That's the point, right? Cross promotion. No, good. I'm glad you got it. It's a great looking figure.
Unboxing. I'm gonna have to watch some of your stuff and learn your style, and maybe once in a while I can open some of my Micro Galaxy squadrons right here on our show before they join the mess back here.
Yeah, I watch a lot of his videos, and it's a fun show to watch. He unboxes, and sometimes he goes back. He goes into his storage and pulls out stuff he hasn't opened in years. And he's pulled out stuff that I'm just like, I don't remember that. And I don't remember that. And I don't remember that. And so, and then Max Rebo, mine isn't arriving until Monday. You going to put a Carson Teva head on it? Still haven't gotten any notification on that yet. Still jealous of Adelphi. Definitely. For bending the rules and getting his Carson Teva first. But unboxing, one of the questions that was asked earlier was favorite scene from Disney Star Wars streaming shows on Disney Plus. So feel free to throw it in the comment if you have a favorite scene. We
didn't mention Darth Jar Jar.
Yes. In Rebuild the Galaxy.
That has to be a favorite scene.
That's got to be a top 10 moment for sure.
Yeah, the Dark Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, and Scruffy and I talked about this one week when you were out. I might have to take a classic Falcon and make it a Dark Falcon just because it's so cool.
Oh, speaking of Legos, so little life news. He goes by Bearded Brick now, but Wade from Records of the Republic moved further out west. He's in Arizona now.
What?
So he's no longer running the biggest bricks and minifigs show, or store in that chain down in Chattanooga. So if we go down there, we're not going to see him. So we missed our chance. So kind of bummed about that.
I had not heard that, and I have to go to Pigeon Forge next spring. And I thought, well,
yeah, maybe route that way, right?
Right.
But no, he got another. I think he got another job opportunity. They're out in Arizona. I think it's Arizona, and I saw his stories as he was traveling across the country with 2 little ones driving.
Brave man.
He survived. And but yeah, they had a safe trip, so I was happy they got there okay.
Well, good for you, Wade. You got to take what life gives you and make, if you get opportunities, you got to go.
Yeah, you got to go. But yeah, what else? What other kind of news has been going on? I can't think of. Yeah, I think that's kind of majority. Oh, so it's next summer will be I know what we were going to talk about. Next summer is going to be a Star Wars summer, right? Because we'll have Mando and Grogu hitting as the blockbuster in May. This summer is a superhero summer, and we don't often, we like to deviate out of a galaxy far, far away, but we don't do it as much. But without Scruffy here to get bored, I thought we could talk about, there's a new Superman out this year. There's a new, what was it? Fantastic Four just dropped. Haven't seen either. DB, how about you?
I have not seen either. And I'm terrible, especially with the Marvel movies. I just have not seen enough of them to put the story together. But Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman came out, a year or two after Star Wars did. And I have very clear memories of seeing the first 2 in the theater with Chris Reeve. And he will always be Superman to me. I was less than impressed with the last few that came out. And I'm sorry, but nobody but Terrence Stamp can play Zod.
Yeah.
Change my mind, that kind of thing. But I'm excited for this one, and the reviews are getting a lot of comparison to the Christopher Reeve films. Of course, 3 and 4 were not very good, but I really want to see Superman.
I know D-Doc really enjoyed it, and he took his kids, and they really loved it. And when I was on the last episode I was on with Rule the Galaxy, we were talking about Superman, and D-Doc mentioned something, which was the marketing has been so good at the younger audience, which is what they're trying to go for, and should with a character like Superman, when he's much more bright and less Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, and more just back to your comic book Superman. You're going to go after the kid market, right? And his kids were already excited about it without him having to ask him about it or tell them about it. They already knew about the movie, wanted to go see it. And that's great. I think, if it gets kids interested in cinema again, it's a good thing.
Yes.
But I told Rule the Galaxy, I just don't know if I can go see a movie that has Nathan Fillion with that haircut. I haven't seen any imagery of this, so don't spoil it for me. I just don't. I just don't know if I can do it. It's a bowl cut. And
who does he play?
He plays a superhero of some sort. Let's see if I can find
And I understand Nathan Fillion's kind of a large guy anyway. I don't mean large as in fat, but he's a tall, broad-shouldered guy.
He plays a version of Green Lantern.
Really? Oh.
I just don't know. I just don't know if he can. I just don't know if I can see that haircut.
Well, let me see that picture again. Oh my god!
Doesn't even look like Nathan, does it?
No. Do you know who that looks like to me?
Who's that?
This is obscure. There was a cartoon called Underdog.
Oh, I remember 60s. Underdog. Yeah.
You remember Simon Bar Sinister was the bad guy, and he had a henchman. Thank you, Jeremiah. I did not know. Guy Gardner. Anyway, Simon Bar Sinister had a henchman who was a big guy with a bowl cut. Oh my god, that I'm gonna have to look up. That's terrible.
I'm trying to look it up right now.
Underdog, by the way, was my favorite cartoon as a child. It was relatively new at that time. Underdog was...
You're not talking about that guy, are you?
Yes! What's his name? I can't see.
Cad Lackey.
Cad Lackey.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like Cad Bane? Anyway. Yeah, Underdog was kind of the canine version of Superman. Underdog was a shoe shine boy, and I don't think anybody in our audience knows what a shoe shine boy was. But they gave him a comic accurate haircut, huh, Jeremiah?
Interesting.
And then Shoe Shine Boy became Underdog, the flying dog that saved everybody from everything. And his girlfriend was Polly Purebred.
Look at this. We talk about Superman and the chat's lighting up, teaching us all about Green Lantern. Guy Gardner's not as heroic as Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's the one that I remember. That's I think that's kind of the OG.
Yeah, he's the OG Green Lantern, isn't he?
And then Max Rebo, Space Ghost was favored until I found
Space Ghost.
I'm a Robotech guy. And Space Ghost. I love Space Ghost, yeah. But I'm definitely a robot. Maybe we'll have to do a show on Robotech sometime. But yeah, going back to unboxing, he enjoyed Skeleton Crew too. And tying the kind of the conversations together, like I said, the marketing, I guess, has been, targeted for the kids, get kids back in theaters. I think it's great if you can give them a movie that they enjoy. It's fun. But I've learned that the Marvel fandom, no one hates Marvel more than Marvel fans.
Oh, so they're like Star Wars fans.
They are. And so you see that discourse online, and there are the fandom is divided, very divided by the Superman, as far as I can tell. And,
well, that's DC, not Marvel, isn't it?
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm sorry. I apologize. Comic book fans.
There you go.
Comic book movie fans. And there's a lot of divisiveness, but in the Marvel universe. So you know how people dump on Disney, Star Wars. Well, people dump on Disney, Marvel, on the Disney Plus stuff horribly, and they think a lot of it's junk. I watch they trash on She-Hulk a lot. I'm not a huge She-Hulk comic book fan. I know she breaks the fourth wall a lot. I thought it was okay. I didn't mind it. I thought it was good. It felt to me like the show knew what it was, and I'm okay with that. Miss Marvel, I liked Miss Marvel. I thought it had a good story, good heart, good characters. I watched the most recent one that has divided the fandom, Ironheart. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I enjoy it. I didn't mind it.
Not everything's going to be the pinnacle, but you can still enjoy it.
And,
I mean, the only Marvel I've watched on Disney was WandaVision, and I thought that was fantastic.
Oh, I enjoyed WandaVision for sure. Yeah, and had high hopes for the rest of Marvel streaming in it, and it did get a little tedious. Some of the shows did get a little, but I think partially too, they were putting out so many. And
yeah, there's such thing as saturation.
I think so, and I think there is some fatigue that was going on, but there's a scene in She-Hulk where Daredevil has to take the walk of shame the next morning, and, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. A lot of people didn't like the ending of She-Hulk. I thought it was fine. Again, I didn't mind. I liked her breaking the fourth wall. Again, it was a different style of show, so was Miss Marvel. Ironheart, a lot of people were calling woke and blah blah blah, and those accusations. And I thought the story had some good heart to it, and I thought it was fairly decent in the characters doing what the characters would do in those situations. I've also learned that with Marvel, and I need to go back sometimes and apply this to Star Wars, is I need to just accept certain things. In comic book movies and shows, they're going to take shortcuts to solutions, and it's not everything is going to be real world solution, right? So did I see some things in Ironheart that were like that, where the story just kind of did some it's like kind of skipped a few things to make for the convenience of the story? Sure. But then I realized I'm watching a comic book show. Hello, I'm watching a comic book show.
Right.
Just go with the flow.
You know who's famous for doing that is Trek.
Yes.
Oh, we've got this horrible problem, and then somebody comes up with, well, we just got to take the blah 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 and mix it with the whoozy whatsy, and the black hole disappears or the virus goes away.
Mix in some tachyons with that, and you're all set.
Yeah. And they were famous for writing these scripts, and then they'd have some technical supervisor come in and fill in the blanks with all the goofy lingo that the actors couldn't pronounce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, it's not a new practice, to a non-real world situation.
Guy Gardner's most famous moment in the comics is annoying Batman and getting knocked out in one punch. That's hilarious. That would be funny. I would watch that.
That would be funny.
Or I'd read that. Max Rebo, question: was Roy Fokker and Claudia better than Rick Hunter and Lee? Oh, you're really trying to take us down this road.
Right.
I know. Did you watch Robotech at all? TV? Okay. But here's Matt Orman.
Matt Orman. What's up, Matt?
Welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. Ironheart was good until the very end. What a crappy ending. I'm trying to remember what the ending, and it must not have been a great ending because I'm struggling to remember what it is, and I only watched it like a couple weeks ago. It did feel a little rushed, I think. Let's see. She got yes. Oh, and we talked about this in another episode about a completely different show. I did not realize Sacha Baron Cohen was in Ironheart until I saw a post just a few days ago. He plays, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Ironheart, you've been warned. He plays Mephisto, which is like the devil. And now I remember what the ending was. Yeah, I thought the ending was a little odd, and I thought it was kind of like, did they really go there? But they're really setting her up for what Scruffy absolutely loves, which is character development. So they're really trying to give her that, I think. Maybe make her an anti-hero, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the ending was a little, I wouldn't have minded if they had wrapped it up more in a bow and left that story there. To take it like that demands a season 2, and I don't know if they're going to get a season 2, so it's kind of, yeah. But yeah, Sacha Cohen Baron, again, played a role, didn't even know it was him on screen, and then I was like, oh, his acting, I got to give him credit on his acting. And, granted, this was a comic book show, but that other show that he was playing opposite Cate Blanchett, and he held his own, and on Apple, that was a great show.
I did not see that.
And Maya, I loved Robotech as a kid. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm gonna answer Max Rebo's question, and maybe we'll have to do an episode on Robotech sometime. But was Roy Fokker and Claudia better than Rick Hunter and Lisa Hayes? They were. I'm gonna say it like this. They were Roy and Claudia were the boomer parents in a relationship, and Rick Hunter and Lisa were the young Gen Xers growing up. I'll put it like that. Yeah.
As someone who doesn't know Robotech, I mean, how come nobody's asking if Coy and Vance Duke are as good as Bo and Luke? I mean, am I stepping out of the generation here?
Maybe.
If you know who Coy and Vance Duke are, I am so sorry.
Unboxing, there are too many scenes. Oh yeah, probably asking. That's his response to the question that Max posed earlier in the show, which was favorite Disney Plus scene. On
You know, if
Plus
Scruffy were here, he would say nothing's as good as Resistance. So, Scruffy, if you're listening.
Oh, so back to Trek Talk. You were saying that you're struggling getting through Discovery. And
yeah,
I think I finished it. I don't recall. I think I did. I think I forced my way through. But here's the thing that some of the Trek fans, and again, Treks are divided just as much as Star Wars fans.
More so.
The new Starfleet Academy is already getting. The haters are coming out before the show's even started, and they it takes place after Discovery in the timeline.
So in the same time as Strange New Worlds?
No.
After the time jump?
Yes.
See, I know there's a time jump, and I haven't even made it all the way through the series.
And somehow, of course, some TikTok algorithms there is one guy that I think I've sent him a video of his or two to you guys, TikTok. He kind of goes deep dives into certain Trek topics, and I like it. I don't always agree with him, but I like some of his analysis, and he always gives reasoned arguments. And I don't remember what the TikTok channel is, but somehow another one got into my algorithm and was just trash in the Starfleet Academy trailer. And I'm listening to him, and I'm like, are you the who's the guy everybody hates in the Trek content creator space? He was at ICCC and everybody was worried.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, I was thinking, are you the Trek version of that guy? Because it was almost like he was just purposely, because he was like, it's too much like Discovery. Now, the other guy that I do like his stuff, that's a little more serious in his content, he did get some, and I learned that he's not a fan of Discovery either. And he got some Discovery vibes off of it, a lot of plastic and glass, I think he called it. But one thing that the real hater was talking about, in the trailer, you see a memorial wall at Starfleet Academy, and it's tons of characters from previous shows.
Sure.
And it's also like there's like a Captain T. Kirk training facility or something, but a lot of the and kudos to Trek. So, you know, we love our Easter eggs, right, in Star Wars, and they put not only major characters, but they went deep into their minor characters to put them up on the wall, including some of their animated characters.
Oh, really?
People that were just cadets in various shows for only a couple episodes.
Do they have like red shirt wall?
Yeah. Well, no, but memorable cadet characters.
Okay.
But then like Voyager, you watched Voyager, right?
Most of it, yeah.
So you know the baby they have on board along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's in there. So I guess one of the big jokes in Star Trek community is that there must have been some episode in Voyager, I don't remember it, where, you know, he's wanting a promotion, and, you know, Harry never got a promotion. And
Harry never got promoted.
It's one of the running jokes in the Trek community. And he's listed on the wall as Admiral Harry Kim.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's funny.
Yes. And they made sure that one was one of the clearest ones that you could see. So kudos to the studio for getting the joke and embracing it. I give them credit for that, and I love stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny because a lot of people, like I said, are already hating on the Starfleet Academy, and it hasn't even come out yet. So that's another good 10 minutes of Trek talk for Scruffy when he listens to the replay.
You know what? Controversial opinions bring clicks.
Star Wars Theory. That's who.
Star Wars Theory.
I was wondering if he was the Trek version of Star Wars, and that guy, he zoomed in on every frame that you could see the memorial wall and was listing off every single character, and he was looking at it as cheap fan service. And I'm like, dude, it's your universe, it's your canon characters. Why would you? If I saw a memorial wall with Jar Jar on it, I wouldn't complain. I'd be like, right. Oh, that's cool.
I saw something online the other day, and take it for what it's worth. You can't believe everything on the internet. But somebody was asking what happened to Willie Scott from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
She was in that one film and then disappeared. And apparently in the fourth one, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, and they're going around Indiana's house, and of course you see a photo of Sean Connery and a photo of Denham Elliott, who played major characters who were both gone in real life. Apparently there's a picture somewhere in there of Kate Capshaw as Willie Scott.
I think I remember seeing that now that you mentioned
it. And I'm going to have to go back through and watch that scene, to see if it's just more internet garbage or if it's real, because what happened to her after they, left Pancot Palace? We don't know.
Of course, I'll admit I was drinking and eating a Stranger Things pizza when I watched Crystal Skull, so I might have hallucinated that. But anyway, so Rebo or Max Rebo.
Oh, Rebo,
undefeated.
Yeah, Coy and Vance don't have to hold a candle.
Oh, you want to see one of the scariest sites is Scruffy and Daisy Dukes, but that's a topic for another show.
That's one of my favorite sites.
Unboxing. Just buy a Dark Falcon. They're starting to go on sale, at least at my local Walmart.
What? No, stop. What?
I don't think, I shop at ours on a weekly basis. It's part of my grocery run, and we have not had the Dark Falcon at our Walmart.
Yeah, our Walmart carries garbage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Rule the Galaxy.
Hey, Rule.
Joe, how's it going, sir? And then let's see. That's a cop out at unboxing. Oh, he was talking about the where there's too many scenes. So one of the questions we've had posed tonight for anyone that wants to jump in on the chat is favorite Disney Plus streaming Star Wars series. What's your favorite scene from any of those streaming services? And you could do animated as well. If you
want. You know what? Since Scruffy's not here, I'll speak for him. I know he loves the Boba Rangers. He was just telling me the other day that they ought to get their own show.
Yes. Go Bobo Rangers.
I got to be careful. I have to work with them tomorrow night.
Max Rebo, I want to be serviced. And then unboxing. Yeah, I always watched Underdog. Yeah, loved Underdog.
Underdog was great.
But I think I think I saw more of Mighty Mouse than I did Underdog.
See, I wasn't into Mighty Mouse. The Underdog was on WKBD Channel 50 out of Detroit.
Whoa.
When I was, I'm dating myself right there. Okay. Right. I can remember watching that before I went to kindergarten. So,
yeah. All that old Hanna-Barbera stuff too. Back in the day, just absolutely crazy stuff. Yeah. So I think we talked about a lot. Underdog to Trek to Star Wars to so we talked about Superman, what started this whole conversation, and the Marvel train and everything. But Fantastic Four just dropped.
Right.
And with Pedro in it.
I've heard of this guy.
Question, are you getting Pedro fatigue? He's been in a lot of stuff. He's the man of Hollywood right now.
You know what? Pedro is our age. Let him strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
He's been a struggling actor. What I'm getting fatigue of is every 10 years, we have a Fantastic Four reboot. If you go back to 2005 with Ewan Grufford and Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
And
Chris Evans as the Human Torch.
Right. And the sequel with Silver Surfer. Do you know who did the motion caption for that? Was Doug Jones.
Oh, Doug Jones. Okay.
Who was in Discovery.
Nice.
See me connecting these dots here?
Yep.
He's the tall, lanky fella. But, they did one in 2005, 2015. I've never seen that version. And now 2025, they're trying to out-reboot Batman. Give me a break here, people.
I've actually heard less divisiveness on this one. I've heard a lot of positive from the fandom about this one. It says it has a lot of heart. It's a story about a family. And I guess the ending is kind of wild. I think I came across one spoiler, so I kind of think I know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have anyone to go to the theater with anymore. So unless it's Star Wars, and I think I'd like to see it in the theaters, but I don't think I'm going to catch it. So
yeah, kind of where I'm at with Superman. I'd like to see that in theaters, but I just don't have 3 hours free. Let's face it.
Okay.
I spend my free time with you folks on this wonderful show.
So we're going to let Max derail the show here a little bit. I'm going to go back.
Go ahead, Max.
I'm going to go back to this comment here. He said he wanted to be serviced.
This is the wrong podcast for you.
And then it was followed by dating myself got me through high school. So
there's no appropriate response here.
What would your 12-year-old say about those comments? Jeremiah, I just want this one to be a good, so unreleased Roger Corman Fantastic Four won't be the best version.
Have you seen that one, Maya?
So,
unreleased, but I know you got a knack of finding things.
We need to find a Turkish
Star Wars.
Yeah, we need to find a Turkish Fantastic Four. When they did the red carpet event, they had the cast from the Roger Corman.
Yeah, they had all the previous cast.
Yes,
didn't they?
I
thought that was classy.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Jeremiah Long, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, that's a lot of yeah.
We are all over the place tonight.
We've been all over. This is like a Rule the Galaxy episode, honestly, when they don't have a topic to talk about. They kind of go all over the map like this as well.
Well, Scruffy's going to listen to this, and he's going to be like, hey, let's like a DB and Scruffy Unleashed episode. What the heck's going on?
I should have called this the Oakley Dokley episode, so he has to read that in print every time he looks at the episode.
What did you call this?
The abbreviated show, because it's BL. Yep, because it's BL and DB.
BL and DB? That kind of sounds like a sandwich.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, the BLDB on rye or
bacon, lettuce.
Droid and bacon? What?
Droid and bacon.
2 bacons? What was that, Austin Powers? It's from the Department of Unanswered Questions Department or something? Okay, I am off the rails.
Okay.
Don't listen to me.
So we'll bring it back to Star Wars. I'm going to pull out a trivia question from Kelly Knox's Star Wars trivia question, conversation starters. All right. So, and you can chime in the chat on this, and then we're going to wrap. We'll go into collection corner and start to wrap this up for tonight. You find yourself at a fancy dinner in Cloud City with Darth Vader, Princess Leia, and Han Solo. How do you make small talk? I would probably talk about the philosophy of parenting with love and logic, and that I learned about when my kids were little, and ask Vader his views on parenting. And
it is Cloud City, but I would say, does anybody want to go to the beach?
or maybe we talk about the speculation on Tabana gas, because that was what they were mining there. We're being warned. Or no, actually, let me go into this one. Billy, have you ever been to Turkish prison?
Love the reference.
Oh, so speaking of that, and Brownie One, which we mentioned at the beginning of the show, I came across in my algorithm all the shoe shine scenes from Naked Gun, and when he goes to the shoe shine guy, who's like the local informant.
Yes,
and I told, and one of those other things that lives rent free in my brain is the ending credits of Naked Gun, because they would end the show but not end filming, and all the actors would just stand there motionless.
Are you talking like
our police
squad show?
Police squad, yeah, sorry. And they'll just stand there, and like one of them, somebody's pouring coffee, and the coffee is still
pouring out.
And that lives rent free in my brain all these years. And something struck a chord. I saw one of the clips from one of the shoe shine, and I sent it to Brownie One, and I said, it's 6 episodes. Go back, find Police Squad, and just watch, because he loves Airplane. Airplane is one of his favorite movies. And I'm like, it's the same writer. It was his show. You will enjoy the humor, and definitely see it before you go see the Naked Gun movie, the new one. Here's some Gen X talk. Supposedly Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson are dating, because she was in the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Ew.
Good on Liam. But yeah, there's like all over social media right now. But anyway, back to the comments. Maya, you both know I'll find one, and then you'll have to watch it. Yes, we will. Talk about the Turkish Fantastic Four. And then Max Rebo, With My Mouth. We're gonna leave that one alone.
Though I am kind of stoked there's a new Naked Gun, and I hope they do the franchise justice.
I hope so too,
because Leslie Nielsen was just a comic genius in those films, and going back to Airplane. In fact, you talk about the deadpan. I remember watching the Police Squad. I actually rented it on VHS 20 years ago in order to be able to see it. So you're right, that show was hilarious. And they recycled a lot of those jokes throughout the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah.
With better quality. But you talk about Airplane. I walked into a colleague's office today, and the 2 people in the office looked up at me, and all I did was stand there, and I said, I just want you to know we're all counting on you. Good luck. And then I turned around and walked out. So if you've seen Airplane, you know the reference.
Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. Did they get it? Probably not.
One of them did. The elder person in the room got it.
Of course. What do you think? First of all, the trailers, I think there's too many trailers. I think they're releasing too many of the jokes.
Yes.
But do you think today's audience, with some of its sensitivities and prone to complain just to complain for troll bait on social media, do you think audiences will? Do you think the movie will do okay with today's audiences?
It will do okay with our generation. But I'm all about sensitivity, but I challenge anybody who thinks today's humor goes too far. Go watch an unedited version of Blazing Saddles and then call me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, watch any 80s rom-com.
Yes.
And comedy. Hell, there's some stuff in Revenge of the Nerds now that's kind of like, looking at it through today's lens, that's a little bit much.
Yeah, a lot of those movies relied on bodily function jokes.
True.
And I'm talking multiple different bodily functions. Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say, because I won't
Yeah.
I won't use the terminology I normally do. So.
Right on.
Yeah,
Right.
go watch Van Wilder, and that movie's only 20 years old. See, right there with my mouth, I'm offended. I don't know what you're talking about, Max Rebo, but
Oh.
I mean, Scruffy makes a cameo.
I might have to do a new outro and put that at the end of the outro.
Yeah, Max Rebo, if we're playing Jeopardy and the question is, how do I chew my gum? That's a great answer.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Woo, we are really all over the place. Isn't it time for... Yeah.
All right, time for Collection Corner. DB. Well, let's say, Scruffy, it's Comic Book Wednesday. Did you get comics? And he'll say, yes, I did. And he would probably show off this one if he didn't show it off last week.
Bad Batch number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I really have to talk about because I forgot it on my desk at work.
Yeah.
Scruffy has kept us in the loop on the Bad Batch, and apparently there's a new Bad Batch series coming out.
There's also, I think, a novel coming out in just a few days. I saw, where was it? I keep seeing social media ads for it. And where is it? Yeah, it's called Sanctuary. And let's see. And
yeah,
Sanctuary by Lamar Giles Giles, and it comes out in just a few days. So I think I saw where it posts on the 5th. So
Max Rebo has given us the question to that answer.
Oh, I see. The trivia question. How do you make small talk with Vader?
See, he's fitting into the Naked Gun airplane joke thing there.
Yes.
You know what? I would ask Vader, how does he drink his coffee with that mask?
Mm-hmm. Which button activates the straw?
Yeah.
The hospital. What is it? A large building filled with patients, but that's not important.
Not important right now. I don't have anything for Collection Corner, but you want me to show you some projects I'm working on?
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's part of your collection. Yeah, absolutely.
Stand by. So I've kind of gotten the bug, and I've been building a lot of dioramas lately.
Nice.
And last week when we had Steve Carbo on, yes, I'm wearing my Spaceballs the t-shirt.
I saw that
for this tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Steve had sent me a couple of old Kenner bases, and I asked, should I paint that green and make it part of Endor?
Oh, cool.
Doesn't that look really good in green?
It does.
That's just a plain old hunter green.
Nice.
That will be going into my Endor diorama.
Nice.
So cool. I'm going to get some other things to go along with that. And I hope the camera does this justice. Can you all see this? Do you know what this is?
Ooh.
Do you know what that is?
I do, but let's tell our audience what it is.
Wow, you are full of Sith. How about that?
Oh.
That is a Creature Cantina base.
Oh.
From 1978-79.
Yeah.
I have painted it with an iridescent paint that you can't really get the gist of it. But it sparkles.
Sparkles.
Yeah, come on. Where's the Scruffy sound effect?
Oh, you didn't.
The sprinkles.
Is it sprinkles?
Yeah. That's still.
Anyway.
Joyous sprinkles. Joyous sprinkles.
Joyous
Joyous
sprinkles.
sprinkles.
He's gonna kill us tomorrow.
Well, hopefully next week I can show you the finished product that I'm making. In fact, Steve Carbo sold me this base about a year ago, and I finally did something with it.
That's cool.
So that's all my collection corner, because I had to spend a week poring over all the things you brought back from downstate Michigan for me.
I'm trying to find, I think you sent, oh yeah, here we go. You had sent us this picture the other day, and I'll show it.
Oh yeah, feel free. That's the start of my indoor diorama.
Yeah. So, love that.
I got that.
Was that the indoor tree fort you got from ICCC a couple years ago?
I bought that at ICCC, a complete indoor set for $50.
And the throne you got separately, right? Because
you were looking for the throne. I bought from
was it Starling?
Chris Sparling.
Chris Starling, yes.
Starling. Yeah, he's down in northern Indiana, I believe. He has a store.
Yeah.
But and then I had to share the back seat with that Ewok village all the way home.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Oh, so breaking news, and this fits right into Collection Corner. I just got this message sent from our producers, and they have announced the official badge artist for ICCC next year. So,
who is it?
His name's Mike. Name is Mike Smith. Congratulations, Mike.
Mike Smith. That's almost a generic name.
Yeah, his art was the one that had that Bosk. So there's a few of his other designs.
I like that they put it out to a vote. They got it down to like 5 finalists and let the public vote on it.
Yeah. Kind of a steampunk concept.
Hey, does that say DB?
It does. It does say DB. Chewy.
I'm just saying.
And then I love his turtles. Those are some good looking old classic style TMNT turtles. So
I think he needs to draw a DB.
TMNT turtles. That's like saying ATM machine. Anyway,
the Department of Redundancy Department.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, congratulations, Mike Smith. And
awesome
breaking news right on the show. So during Collection Corner too, it's almost like we timed it that way. The only other thing I have for Collection Corner is so I had to go in and early the other day because I was on the schedule to get the phone, if you know what that means. And
ET phone home, phone home.
I wanted to phone home and say, Mrs. Brownlee, to really come and get me. It's too early. But I found a little note from Scruffy, who had the phone previously, and he picked up this for me.
Are those like those micro pops or whatever?
Yep, Bitty Pops.
Bitty Pops.
And I know what he's doing. He's getting me one in a theme that I like, because there are multiple lines, of course. And there is a mystery figure in this one, and you don't know which mystery figure you're getting until you open it. And he is obviously baiting me to have to get the rest. So,
this is like Schrodinger's collection.
Yeah. And right
now, what's the figure? You're not going to know until you open it. Oh,
yep. And he's when he listens to this, he's going to be sitting back going, "Whoa!"
Yeah, the mustache be twirling that.
I know that's what he's doing. Who was it? Who was the villain that did that in the old cartoons? There was that one. Remember?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, but I couldn't think of Simon Bar Sinister's CAD, whatever.
And then Mystery Max Rebo. Yes, that would be awesome.
What if it's Doug Rebo?
Well, that would be awesome. It is one of these 4 different style Grogus, most likely. And you can stack them, and there's all sorts of things to entice you to buy more. And obviously that is why. And Scruff, love you. But not going to happen. So I have
tune next week, fans.
I've spent enough money recently that I have the willpower right now. And I had to buy airline tickets and I had to pay for the car rental. And so even if I wanted to, here we go. Snidely
Whiplash. Wow, Max Rebo, you are hot tonight.
Chat is coming through tonight for sure. And unboxing, discuss the model of pistol he just stole from you. And then so Scruff got me the Bitty Pop. Love you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. And speaking of the Jawas with the red eyes,
there you go.
It is in here. And yeah, it's not the kind of cardboard box where it's just the tabs. It is glued shut. So to get to that figure and find out what it is, you got to undo the glue. And I think you nailed it. Schrodinger's Bitty Pops. So unless I can, let's see.
You need an X-ray machine.
Let's see if I can angle it just right to see which one is in there. And no, because they were smart enough to put a black panel on the side of the Jawa there. So you can't peek into the box. Man, they really thought of everything, didn't they?
Do we know anybody that works at the hospital?
Right.
You're supposed to say the hospital. What is it? It's a big building of patients, but that's not important right now.
I'm really hoping it's the one with the cup. Because I always love that part when Cara Dune and Din are fighting, and then you see Grogu slurping from the cup, watching them fight. I always love that part.
That's your real favorite scene, isn't it?
Yeah, no. No, it was when Cara Dune squeezing that guy's head. No, anyway. No, it's the Mudhorn scene, for sure, without a doubt.
The real answer is any scene that has Carson Teva.
Oh, that's true. But Adelphi's not on tonight. He won't even notice. And
where's Adelphi? Where's Carbonite?
Mm-hmm.
Have we lost our audience?
Maybe. That's too.
Our fan club reducing itself. Max Rebo unboxing. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We appreciate it. And Jeremiah and everybody else that stopped in quickly. Matt and Joe from Lula Galaxy. Appreciate you guys.
Where's C Cherry tonight? I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen her either. So. Okay, so let's get this wrapped up. And if you want more Star Wars fun after we get off the air tonight, let me see if they are broadcasting or not. No. Yeah. So after we get done, if you want some more Star Wars fun, switch over to Rule the Galaxy. They're broadcasting right now.
Are they going live tonight? Sweet.
Yeah. So they're on YouTube tonight as well. We broadcast weekly on X or Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Anyway, let's get to Scruffy's favorite part of the show. If I can find I hate how they reorganized everything. Here we go. Dad joke of the week. Time to annoy Scruffy and DB. Dad joke of the week. All right, Star Wars Dad joke of the week, courtesy of Star Wars Dad Jokes by Kelly Knox. All right, this one is timely because if you've gone into the stores, now that 4th of July is over, school shopping season is over. Pretty much, and we have stores have started moving on to Halloween, and already in the stores, and it's not even August, which means that Mariah Carey is not that far away. So, Star Wars Dad Joke of the Week: which planet is the scariest in the galaxy?
Naboo.
Yes.
Well, nobody wants to see that.
That was Dad Joke of the Week.
I can't believe I got that.
Now don't you feel absolutely complete?
All right, Sarah's Dad Joke of the Week.
Yeah, I hope you for you, man.
No, it was great. I'm glad you got it. So, so I hope thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed our ramblings. We talked about a lot of stuff tonight. A lot of everything and nothing at the same time. Right, on the bacon, lettuce, droid bacon sandwich show tonight, and hope you enjoyed it. So, and if you get that joke, you've been listening the whole time, and that we truly appreciate that and treasure it. So, yeah, and we didn't. We should have had Carbo on. Usually, there's only two of us. We have Carbo. We need to find a guest that we can have on when Scruffy's not on here, and it's just you and me, and that'll become our version of Carbo. There we go. And maybe it should be. It should be Baylock. Baylock. Yeah. Do you know who Baylock is? No. Look up Star Trek: The Corbomite Maneuver. You'll know who Baylock is. No, I was thinking maybe it should be our friend from My 2D Heroes. And Scott Baker. He's been very busy. Good for him. He has. Yeah, really happy for him. So once again, if you're at Gen Con this weekend, make sure you swing over. We've got 3 honorary Brown Squadron members. I'm going to do a post, I think, when I get a chance to. We've got Brian Young down there. We've got Margaret, like we've sent them. Margaret Weiss down there, and we've got Seppi down there. So if you want a dose of like different kinds of nerddom, those 3 encompasses a good wide range. They're all great. All been on our show. And they've all been on our show. And I'm not gonna say that their book sales went up after that, but you know. Yeah. Anyway, we broadcast weekly on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can find us on all of the major social medias. Our DMs are always open, just like Max Rebo's mouth. And you can, which is X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, or you can email us at brownsquadron@gmail.com. You can also find everything Hyperspace Heroes Podcast at beacons.ai/Brown Squadron. And if Carbonites was here, he would say, smash that like button. And like it's Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson. And not going there. I need to sign off before we get into further trouble. Stay tuned to our social. We got some guests we're working on lining up here. And so it's not always the bacon, lettuce, droid bacon show. And with that, this is Brown Leader signing off for the show, and you have been watching and listening to Hyperspace Heroes. That's no moon. Was it good for you?